Ready, set, go.
Let's do it. We're hitting the launch button. Justine, got Kristen, got Gen Z in the house. Nick Nicholas, what's up? Diana, great to see you. Here we go. We're going to start about now. So it's great to see everybody. I didn't do that as smooth as Frank does, right, Kristen? He hits it like every time.
Well, if you remember correctly, Frank's marching orders were to be adequate. So
adequate. That's right. Brad Atwood, what's up, my man? Kevin Gillespie, good to see everybody. Autumn, good to see you. Come on in. Hey, as you're coming in this morning, first off, welcome to the Loan Officer Breakfast Club. We meet every Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 9 a.m. Eastern. And what a cool way to start your day with some of the best people across the country originating and in the mortgage space. Hey, and if it's your first time, do this for us. Drop in the chat. First time. We want to welcome you to the Loan Officer Breakfast Club, brought to you by the Mortgage Marketing Animals. And I tell you, we are excited to have you. And hey, let's do this, Kristen. It's hard to believe. Anybody believe it's the 3rd of November? We're already in November. I was asking Kristen earlier, anybody got your Christmas trees already put up? And Kristen, what were you telling me about your Christmas trees? I know you love Christmas.
I do. I'm aggressively festive. So I've got a 4-foot one in my office here, and then I also have a 2-foot one, just like a little like on the desktop. My office, my domain. The family won't let me put them up anywhere else or anything, but like I'm gonna do what I want to do in my own office.
All right. Anybody
just to
else
remind everybody?
Hey, does anybody else already have
Can we see the tree?
I don't know. Like my camera's attached to my huge monitor, so I don't know how to turn it and like let you see it. Let me figure that out. I don't think it's going to show up with my background. But I just want to remind everybody too, Frank is on vacation for this week. So our marching orders were, he told everybody that we would be adequate in covering for him. Big shoes.
Big shoes right there.
Adequate.
Yeah.
Adequate.
He said they'll be adequate.
Adequate. You going to take that? Adequate?
Adequate.
I mean, no, I'm from Philly. I'm not taking that at all.
Yeah.
I love it. Hey, well, listen, we'd love to hear for those of you, as we roll into November, and Kristen, I'm dying about the Christmas trees. I'd love to hear, has anybody else got their trees up? Number one, who love Christmas as much as Kristen, but would love to hear some of the wins that you're having. In the chat, or raise your hand if what are you doing right now that's helping you win the most? Have you had a great agent call, a new partner, contracts come in over the weekend? Would love to see some wins, sharing the wins. So come on. Carl, how you doing, my man?
I'm doing good, brother. Dude, did you see that story about Janae Bowen?
Talk to me about it.
So, dude, this lady... is Janae? I don't know if she's here by chance. Is she here? Is Janae here?
Let me look.
So Janae started did one simple little tweak.
Okay.
She just simply started asking for the business.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Janae taught the class. Gosh, I'm mixing up my stories here.
Was it Corey?
Yes.
It's Corey. Yeah, she was a part of the boot camp. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely unbelievable results.
Yeah.
And she said that simply just starting to ask for the business, it literally doubled her business. She went from
it was like 20 units a month to she went to 38 the next month. I think it was something like that.
Crazy numbers by number one, going to the boot camp, and then as part of the boot camp, simply started asking for the business.
Asking for the business. That was it, man.
Crazy result. It never ceases to amaze me, these tiny little tweaks. Yeah. And not that you didn't do a lot of hard work. I'm not saying that, right? I'm not trying to minimize it.
Sure.
It's oftentimes we think we have to revamp everything, and I got to go buy this new widget, and I need to go get this on and all. And just simply in her case, just simply at the end of each conversation, who do you know who type of thing. That's not the exact script, but more or less. Literally increased her income. And I'm just going to use like $3,000 per loan numbers. I don't know what her numbers are, but somewhere in the neighborhood of like $60,000 for the month increase.
Hey, and you know what's interesting about that too, Carl? And this is what's fascinating. I love that book, Good to Great by Jim Collins. He always talks about The biggest difference isn't usually the biggest tweak, but the smallest tweak. And what happens is, like in that example, you're already having the conversations, you're already making calls, you're already touching the lead and touching the partner, you're already doing the Tuesday Just Ask and adding one tweak to it and just saying, the asking for the business in a really cool way every time you're on an outbound or a phone call, literally doubled business. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
and I just found the numbers. So the numbers were, or the numbers that I got were month one, 10 closings, right?
yeah,
So came in the door doing well, right? The next month, 20.
yep,
The next month, 38.
38, yeah, yeah.
Crazy numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy numbers. But
Just
Steve, nobody's buying houses right now because they're waiting for interest rates to go down.
wow, yeah.
Just crazy.
What market is she in?
Uh, that's a great question. She's in, and and I love you, brother. I'm going to give a smart aleck answer. She's in the mortgage market.
Because hey, well, the reality is it doesn't even matter.
It
And
doesn't
Brad, that's
matter.
not to be smart aleck, but even
It
that
doesn't
was
matter.
talking to several of them last week. Man, to be at 10, 15, 20 units a month is really what's happening for people that are consistently prospecting
Yeah.
and in a cool way asking for the business.
Yeah.
Hey, and just for everybody, the numbers, because the numbers remove anxiety. But here's what we find: for every 13 conversations where you ask for the business, so 13 ask, we're seeing about two relational referrals, right at 18%. And Carl, you've been talking about that number for a long time. And then through the Call Stars Blitz, we validated the number with the data, and it is just shocking. Almost 18% every time. So it's like, okay, you want two leads a day? Get 13 conversations where you ask for the business.
Yeah. Yeah, so I went to a conference last week. That's why I was off the radar last week, and so I think there was, and just top of my head, there was probably 200 loan officers at this thing that I went to, and one of the guys did a study on the number, like the conversion rate.
Yeah.
And dude, you know what? Our conversion rate that I've always come up with is somewhere between, like on realtors, it's around 16%. You know what their conversion rate was over the last 10 years?
What's that?
It was like 16%.
Yeah.
It's the same number. It just keeps popping up. And
Hmm.
their conversion from lead or referred lead, right? We're not talking about like Zillow leads, but like
Right.
referred leads
Right.
to closings was
Yeah.
like right at that 17 to 22%,
Yeah.
23, 24, 25%. And it just never ceases to amaze me on how consistent the numbers are.
Yeah. Hey, and Carl, I am 100% convinced with you that it literally, I just don't think it changes. I think it's up or down 10% based on conversion. You get a little bit better, but it simply goes back to activity, and the activity is what drives results. So
And it's
isn't
just so
that amazing?
consistent.
Yeah.
It
It just
just
shows up. Yep.
it's
Yep.
freaky on
Yeah.
how consistent
Yeah.
it is. And in this case, this is primarily a West Coast market,
Yeah.
and me and you, Steve, we're primarily,
East and central. Yeah.
Eastern, yeah, primarily Eastern and Central. And
Hmm.
it's big cities, small cities. It just doesn't seem to matter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, there are so
Hey,
many good wins in the chat, but
let's
nobody's
hear them.
raising their hand because they're all
Let's
being
do it.
shy. This is
Don't
a
be.
really good one, and I love to hear things like this. Autumn McLean said, I called my insurance agent last week. I asked for the business, and guess what? He sent his daughter to me. We'll be helping her purchase her first home. Closing pushed out a bit, but March 8th.
Let's go.
And there's so many other good ones. Lisa Levin got a new contract, 865K from her database. Carl, I know what
Every,
you're going to say.
yeah, every 865 helps.
Love that.
What about
Tara
Tara?
McCafferty, I had my best month this year. Lots of refinances from being diligent with my past client database.
Wow. Love it.
Oh my gosh. Did you see what Rudy just put in there?
What do you
No,
put?
because I'm scrolling up to read all the wins.
6 leads over the weekend, closing $1 million today.
Wow. Great job.
Dang.
Every million
He's
helps.
a worker, man. He makes those calls.
Love it. Hey, well, Carl, one of the things, let's do this. So we're going to pivot a little bit.
Okay.
And today, one of the things that we wanted to talk about is using email to warm up qualified agents. And
Mm.
so this is what's interesting. So today, one of the things I thought we'd do is just share with them. So Carl, I'm doing something, really just taking it out of our playbook of how to leverage high tech, high touch, low time. Something, it's like this, Carl. How do we become the mayor of our city? And after we make the phone calls, and I love that phrase. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you're doing your outbound calling, consistent in your prospecting. But on Fridays, when we're working on our business, how do I implement something that takes me maybe 2 to 3 hours a week that gives me high leverage? And here's the biggest thing, Carl. How do we make a call and never make a cold call?
If you're getting value from this already, go ahead and tap that like button. It helps more loan officers find content that actually makes a difference. And hey, if staying ahead of the market and learning what's really working in our industry matters to you, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. We read every comment, so drop your thoughts down below. We'd love to hear from you and know what's working or what you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you here next time.
Hmm.
And so,
That thing we always talk about, Oprah can't make a cold call.
oh yeah. Yeah,
You know,
they're
so
like Oprah Winfrey. Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
yeah. So
Like,
how
who's
do you
not?
or Mr. Beast, Mr.
Yeah,
Beast for the young
yeah,
folk here, Mr. Beast can't make a cold call.
that's it.
And so how do you do that? So Diane and I were on a contest for the last probably 3 years, maybe
Yeah,
4 years. On I focused primarily on the social media content.
yeah,
She focused mainly on our email list. And I thought for sure that the social media, and both are good. I'm not saying
right,
pick one or the other. I'm not saying
right.
that. But if I was to pick one first, the email activity crushes. It's not even
Yeah,
a close second place,
yeah,
the social media. But I think doing both is good, right? It goes back to what we call the octopus marketing. You want to do
yeah,
both.
yeah,
But email is so. I did it personally. I said, Diane, why do you spend so much time on the email stuff? She says, because it brings in most of our business. No, it doesn't.
right.
And it does.
It does.
It
Yeah,
still does.
yeah.
It's amazing on how that is. So if I want to email out, so who am I emailing out to
Well,
today?
so here let me kind of just walk through a couple of things. We're going to
Please.
talk about this. So number one, that remember this, email is a traffic driver, and inside of the membership, we talk about how to have high tech, high touch, low time. So you're talking about outbound calls. We're doing weekly emails. We're doing targeted Facebook ads. We're doing, the monthly mailer. So you got this whole process. And here's what it is. We're fighting for and really building attention and trust. And there's something, here's the problem we're solving. How do I quickly build qualified agent relationships in a cool way? How do I attract instead of chase? That's a big one, Carl. How do I attract people instead of chasing them? How do I grow quickly and accelerate? How do I build trust and authority? And how do I automate it so that there is always more than enough? And one of the principles I was thinking about is there is a principle called 7-11-4.
Mm.
And if you guys haven't heard this, there's a principle, and really Google was the one who did the study about 7-11 and 4. And what they showed, and Daniel Priestley in a book called Oversubscribed really wrote a lot more about it. And here's what it is. So I want to talk about this real quick. The 7-11-4 principle is, and this is why email works. It's 7 hours of content. It is 11 touches in 4 different mediums. Is when you deliver this, the people you're marketing to trust you before you ever even call. And so what you're doing is just like Carl said, it's an octopus method of, okay, while I'm making the calls, is there a way to warm this list up, even if you're brand new, even if you don't have a large list? And the reality is, yes, we can get people to trust us. And our goal is over time to have 7 hours of content to touch them 11 different times in 4 different mediums, which would be emails, ads, text, and calls.
Which
And
which kind of makes sense if you think of it, Steve, because
yeah,
if I were a single gentleman and Jen was a single lady, and I was taking her out on a date,
Right.
I wouldn't take her to the same movie over and over and over. I wouldn't
Right.
take her to the exact same coffee shop over and over and over.
Right.
Right. I'd take her to a movie. I would take her to a coffee shop. We might go for a walk in the park and take a little boat ride maybe or something like that. And that's where the four different mediums come into play is you don't want to touch them the same way every time. It's that journey that you want to give people the essence that like you're like everywhere.
That's
Or
right.
if I was dating somebody, I want to show them I'm a well-rounded person and I don't know just how to go to the movie, kind
That's
of
right.
thing.
Yeah, yeah, and here's the thing too. Trust isn't given immediately. It's built over time. But the
Hmm.
question is, how do we accelerate trust? And it's a combination of all of them. It's the outbound calls, it's the weekly emails, it's the targeted ads, and it's
Hmm.
the monthly mailer. And of course you can do other things, but the name of the game is accelerate. So one thing I just want to remind everybody, you don't need as many relations. You don't need, like when I think about the amount of qualified agent relationships that everybody needs, Carl, it's a lot less than you think.
No question.
And let me just remind everybody about this because I was thinking about it over the next 3 months. My question is, what's your goal in November and December? How many additional loans a month are you wanting to close? And I just reminding you this to close a 6 additional loans per month. So let's say you're closing 6 right now, you want to be at 12. To close 6 additional loans a month, you only need 12 qualified agents. So all we've got to do is get 12 more qualified agents that will actively refer you 24 relational referrals. And it kind of goes back to what you and I were talking about, Carl. The numbers just keep popping up. If I want to close 6 more loans, the fastest way are qualified agents. Well, how do I wake up qualified agents so that I get 12 more relationships, which equal 24 referrals? And then check this out. If you're averaging 3,000 per file, that's 18,000 a month, $216,000 a year. So you're not talking about, I need to go get 1,000 relationships. 12 would help change most people's financial future. You don't
So,
even
so in
have
other words, Steve, like one a month.
Yeah, one a month. Well,
One.
and here's the thing. What if we could get there faster? So let me just show you
Okay.
the email strategy.
Okay.
Because I think you can get there faster than one a month, even if you only did one a month. But let me just show you this.
Okay.
It starts as a big funnel. And with model match, everybody, we love model match, especially if you're using loan officer CRM. You can literally pull 1,000 names every single week. You can pull as many names as you want. But we start with a cold qualified list of agents. We warm them up through emails and in the process that we talk through so that they become hot. And this is the high tech, high touch way. And I'm going to show you what we're doing and I'm going to show you our results. So let me show you, Carl. We did this for the last 10 weeks. And here's what we did was I started with 0 agents. And just to be clear, the first week we started emailing was, Carl, I just did a first list of 200. And
Okay.
over the last 10 weeks, it's now a list of 7,600
Okay.
agents that are
What
now
particular area did you target a particular area? I know you're
100%. You need to target your city. So I did Houston and my county, and that's it. I
okay.
mean, we have 40,000 agents, 10,000 qualified agents. So and I
Enough.
would start with the agents that you've worked with in the past,
Okay.
agents that know, like, and trust you, but forgot about you, and new qualified agents. And really, any agent can be on this list because it's high tech, high touch, low time. But in 10 weeks, and this isn't like you would say a 15% open rate isn't huge, except remember this, we started building a list with agents that don't even know who we are.
Au contraire, 15% is a
Well,
good
watch,
open.
hey, well, so watch this. So every
Okay.
week we just add, now we're up to 1,200 new agents every single week. We started with just 200. Now we have 1,146 agents that are engaging and opening, 115 clicks. But watch this, Carl. What we've done is we've taken everybody who's opened or clicked, and they are our warm list. And out of the warm list, we're averaging 62% open rate and a
That's
1.5%.
crazy high
Look,
numbers.
let me show you the email we just sent out Saturday. The email on Saturday, and Carl, you're going to love the email. You know what it was?
Tell
Hey, if
me.
you're working this weekend, we're working to call or text if you've got a buyer who needs to get pre-approved. Something simple.
Yeah. Hmm.
This is Saturdays. There was no click. The call to action was a text. And here's the thing, we had a 66% open rate, and that was the one sent on Saturday. So what we've done is we are taking the agents.
Hey, before you do that, go back to the last slide again.
Yeah.
Now, and one thing I want to caution people on is so you have a 0.28%
Unsubscribe.
unsubscribed.
You got to be real careful with your list. You can't just add thousands at a time. You need a
Well, I guess
warm-up
my
list.
point is like when you're sending out to, what was this, 1,200 people? What's 1,200? How big was the list again?
1146.
So let me just do a real quick math because this is a good point. So 1146 times 0.28 equals. So you had
I mean, it was like probably 2 to 4, maybe.
32
Three.
people tell you to go take a hike, right? So so
Yeah.
0.28% is
Yeah.
32 people. So you had
Yeah.
32 people to tell you to take a hike. That would paralyze me early in the game.
Yeah.
I'd use words like everybody's opting out. Nobody
Yeah.
wants to get my
Yeah.
message. And so I think it's important that when you're doing this broadcasting like this, you have to keep in mind that 32 might sound like a large number until you go
Yeah.
the other 1,100 didn't,
Right.
right? And that's a focus on the fans.
Hey, and listen, one thing, and you're 100% right, Carl, because there are some people that are big agents that I know, and I've watched them unsubscribe, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they must not like me. And what you have to realize is that doesn't matter because I've got 1,100 people that are now
Yeah.
actively opening up my emails. And the goal is this: hey, everybody, if I want to close 6 more transactions, how many relationships do I need? Somebody drop in the chat.
Hey, I'm just going to point out that I'm so glad I have a master's degree in biochemistry, and people are correcting me. It's 3.2, not 32. So
Yeah, no, I think it was only 3 or 4 that unsubscribed, but I
yeah.
didn't have that list in
But the
front of
point
me.
being, don't
Yeah,
when somebody tells you to take a hike,
yeah,
don't turn off your messaging.
yeah, that's right. Hey, and let me just show you this too, because what I think is also important too, Carl. Here's what it's producing through this, and of course we're doing the calls and everything else. Carl, currently, in 10 weeks, we've had 31 unqualified agents actively refer.
Okay.
We've had 17 qualified agents that are now actively referring,
Okay.
and 23 post coffee agents that are being converted. We had 101 leads since August 20th to November 1st.
Holy cow.
7 buyers currently under contract for $41,000. 21 leads moving to loan consultation. 14 buyers moving from loan consultation to pre-approved, and 13 actively looking right now. And that's happened in 10 weeks. And so the reason why I say that's important is what we teach at the Mortgage Marketing Animals, it's not one thing, it's all of them. But I got to tell you this, the biggest problem this solves is how do I wake up business without having to make a cold call? And listen, guys, it doesn't matter. Like for me, starting over, some people know me, but not a lot. I mean, it's literally like a brand new market, a brand new face. And whether you've been doing it for a long time or whether you're brand new, email is such a powerful tool. So let me just show you what we did. Hey, and I'm also going to do this too, Carl, in a really cool way. This weekend, I put together my 3 email sequence, my Tuesday email, my Thursday email, and what I sent out on Saturdays. I literally put it all together for you in a template. Now, just a heads up, I did not go in and change the links. I drive people to blogs I post on the website to drive SEO. So you just get my raw emails without my super signature. But if you're a member, send an email to support at the Marketing Animals. We'll give it to you. If you're not a member, go to freedomplanningcall.com and book a call with our team, and then we'll give you it as well as some of the high touch strategy. We'll give you, I think it's like 7 emails I've got. Cool stuff. That's just an act of coolness. So let me just tell you how we're doing it. What I found, I was testing emails. The later in the day, the lower the open rate. So what we found was 7:30 tends to be a really good time. And then Carl, we just follow the teach, tell, touch, sell. What that is, and we'll talk more about it for those of you who aren't unfamiliar on a strategy call, but it's a process of each email has a little bit different theme. We're going to teach them something. We're going to tell them something. We're going to touch them with something maybe heartfelt or a story, and then there will be a direct call to action on another one. So here's what it is. We email them Thursday at 7:30, and then we move all of our opens and clicks to a warm list, which start getting an additional email on Tuesdays, so that every Thursday, the ones that are not opening, we're still working to open those through just a consistent all agent email on Thursday. If they open or click, they now get an additional bonus email on Tuesdays.
Hi, thanks for enjoying Loan Officer Breakfast Club here on YouTube. I just wanted to drop in and remind you that if you're a newer loan officer and you're trying to get to that 2 or 3 deals a month, or if you're seasoned and you're trying to get from 50 to 60 or 60 to 80, Mortgage Marketing Animals has you covered. We've got the full gambit from start to finish, top to bottom. Everything you need is at mortgagemarketinganimals.com. There's a reason that mortgagemarketinganimals.com is the #1 mortgage coaching platform in the country. So check it out, mortgagemarketinganimals.com.
And so here's what we're looking at. Number one, Carl, we got to build the list. And look, the good news with email is it can be qualified, unqualified. But if you're starting, I would really target the warm list, people that already know, like, and trust you, that haven't been getting emails, and then start adding qualified agents. But we need to be building a list. And listen, we started with only 200, but what you don't want to do is send out 1,000 and everybody marks you as spam. You want to just build it a little bit at a time, a couple of hundred every single week. Email weekly. Here's what we did. We tracked opens and clicks.
Is that how you're doing it? You're doing it once a week? Is that what you're doing?
My main email is a Thursday morning at 7:30. And then anybody who's engaged past that's opened or clicked gets a Tuesday. And then every once in a while, we'll drop a random Friday or a Saturday.
Okay.
So yeah, the main cadence is a weekly email every single Thursday. And then if somebody engages, we now add them to a Tuesday email. And so I actually have 2 running every single week. One is for engaged, and one is working to open up and get people to engage. And so the warm list, here's what that does too, Carl. Man, I got to tell you, last week, this is fantastic. I met with 12 qualified agents, of which have already started actively referring. And when you get on the phone, like this one guy, he's closing a ton of business. And you know what he said? Steve, I'm seeing your ads. Dude, your emails are killer. Bro, you're probably one of the best I've seen. That was the opening statement. And I'm like,
well, you know why he didn't say the best?
I don't even know.
You know why he didn't say the best?
Because you.
Because he's on my list too, right?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Dude, I'm just kidding. Your copy's great.
Well, the thing that, I've learned it from you and our team. You know, the thing that you want to do is, I just want to be, and we talk about it all the time, I want to be the mayor of my town. Mm-hmm. How do I become the mayor of the town and do it in a way so that while I'm making calls, they get easier and easier? Mm-hmm. And so, and this is the way to do it. So we still make our Thor's Hammer calls. Matter of fact, like personally, I got 122 agents I'm actively going after. I got a caller that's actively going after 150 agents. I got another one that's going after 200 past clients a week. So you still make the calls, but this is a way that's helping us convert into more partnerships. And hey, you know what we'll do too? Jen, I'm going to send you the PowerPoint and pull these 2 slides out, and we'll give this, anybody who's not a member, if you book in for a call, I'll give you the 90-day path, exactly what we did, and I'm going to go through it real quick. And if you're a member, just send support at the Marketing Animals. We'll give it to you. But Gen Z, just pull these 2 slides out, and we'll put it together. But here's what we did. Built a list of 200 qualified agents. You're going to write a 3 email warm-up sequence. So Carl, what we did was, for 3 weeks, the email that went out on Thursday was very intentional. Like, we did a 3 email warm-up to get them dumped into our cadence. So let me show you what that is. Week 1, Tuesday, and this is how we warm up a cold list for us. Tuesday, send a warm-up email. Thursday, send a warm-up email. Tuesday, send a warm-up email. Thursday, send our all agent email. And then the following week, if anybody opened, they now are in the Tuesday and Thursday cadence. And if they're not, they stay in the Thursday cadence. So what we found was when we sent a blast out without warming it up, it was hurting us. And so we found a way to warm them up. And those are the emails I'll give you for booking a call. Or if you send an email to support, move the openers and clickers into your warm email. And anyone who hasn't engaged, guess what? They stay on the all Thursday agent email with a purpose of creating emails that eventually wake those up. And then last ongoing rhythm, yeah, your warm-up list is getting your Tuesday, Thursday high value with a strong call to action and engagement. The goal on that 1100, guys, as your list is warming up, even if it's 25, the goal is engagement and a call to action. On the cold list, the goal is to have a strong call to action, but really engagement and high value. One of the bonus touches is the people that are warm. We're sending Saturday emails, not every week, but really encouraging them to, hey, for us, we want to drive some weekend traffic. And the goal is to move 10 to 20 new agents every single week from cold to warm so that when you're calling them, they're converting. So
Very good, dude. I can't. So I had no idea. Maybe I should have, but I had no idea this was a topic today.
yeah,
And this falls. So this Thursday, we're talking about developing your unique selling proposition so that when you have these meetings, you know what to talk about.
yeah.
Next Thursday, I put together a class on. So you can use AI to help you with the teach, tell, touch,
Oh,
sell
100%.
method.
Yeah,
However, you gotta know how to recraft AI emails so it doesn't
yes.
look AI. If somebody goes, "Oh, that was AI written,"
Yep.
dude, I don't know why, makes no sense. They just totally zone out, and it's yeah, it's like if you knew they had a ghostwriter wrote the book, it wouldn't mean as much, even though people
Yeah.
kind of know that they do oftentimes. So on not this Thursday, but next Thursday, we're teaching a class on, I think it was like 8 different things that you have to do on your message, on your AI messaging, the message you're getting from AI to convert it so people, you humanize it. How do you humanize it? Because you can't go on there and all of a sudden, you write like a third grader in my elementary school in the Green Swamp, and now suddenly the next day you sound like Ernest Hemingway.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. You lose that authenticity. So
You,
we'll show you how to
your
do that.
stat the other day was like 60 to 70% of people trust you less if they know it's AI written.
No question.
Wasn't it 69%? Somewhere in
Which
there.
is weird.
Yeah, because
And by
everybody
the way,
knows you're writing
me
with
too.
AI. Yeah.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. Even though
Yeah.
I know AI writes good
It's helping.
copy and it
Yeah.
tells AI can't lie, or at least
Yeah.
information it's given the best not information with the best answer for the information it has. It might be wrong, but it can't lie.
Yep.
And but I still, if I read an email or I see somebody's Zoom opt-in and
Yep.
I see the little green check marks,
Yep.
I just totally discount it. And I don't even know why I do that.
Hey, two things. Quick, if I just sent Gen Z my PowerPoint slides. So again, if you want the emails, go to freedomplanning.com, book a time. I don't know if y'all said something else in the chat, but we'll give it to you for booking a call. Members support at the Marketing Animals. We'll give it to you. Give you the PowerPoint too. Hey, Carl, you've got something Wednesday. You got a great masterclass. Hey, and I'll tell you this: if you guys have not attended a masterclass, or if you had, this is the one. How to hire a part-time team member that will add 9 loans to your pipeline, brother. Wednesday at noon.
And when I tried to make it sound harder than what it really is.
Yeah,
Because when you hear how easy it really is,
yeah,
like the BS meter goes up. When I say part-time, I mean like seriously part-time. Like we're talking like about maybe 12 hours a week,
yeah,
something like that. The
yeah.
ROI that we're seeing on it, the return on investment, crazy, like crazy good. So, because we all know phone calls work. It's just like, God,
If I didn't have to make them, yep,
yeah. What if you could have the same result and not make them?
yeah,
It's the math on it is just stupid crazy. And we're not selling I'm not selling I'm showing you how to do it. So I'm not selling a service. Nothing wrong with those services. There's some really good services to do that. That's not what we're not promoting somebody's service. We're showing you, hey, if you go hire a caller at 12 hours per week. Here's how you do it. Here's how you train them. I'm going to, we have a training book. So we're not selling a service. We're literally showing you exactly how to do it yourself.
Love it. Hey, drop in the chat where that's going to be. Everybody can. Is it Carl's Masterclass? Where do they go?
Yep, carlmasterclass.com.
carlmasterclass.com. Okay, great.
Which is not read Carl Master Class. It's Carl Masterclass.
All right, guys, let's get out of here. It's Monday. Hey, just want to encourage you. Today is a great day.
Tell my wife, I said, you will address me. No, everybody knows no.
You're funny. All right, everybody, focusing on agent partners today. Get out there, make the calls, have the conversations. Like Corey was doing, ask for the business in a cool way. And we will see you tomorrow on Loan Officer Breakfast Club. See you.
Great day, everybody. Steve, where's our music?
I'm playing it.
No,
Oh, we can't hear it.
Oh, you can't
Can you
hear
sing?
it.
Can you sing?
There. I thought that's why.
There it goes.
There it
There it
is.
goes.
Hold on. We're gonna do that one more time. That's why I was so hyped going out.
So we have
Why
to. So Frank's going to go back and watch this. We cannot screw this up.
There. See, there you go. All right.
We'll edit that other part out.
We'll edit that out. Okay. All right, everybody. Y'all get out of here. See ya.